verse 2 again.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
God is telling us the ways that the heathen taught. We shouldn't be learning these things. So how is a Christmas tree for Christ got anything to do with Christ? So let's go about the holidays we are supposed to be celebrating. Give me that in Leviticus chapter 23.
Bring it on.
So you can understand there are holidays in the Bible that many of our people don't know about. What's up?
One thing before you go from that. So that's really Christ's birthday though, right? That's what it's
No. When you find one lie, it's probably other lies that follow.
That's right.
Understand, don't believe nothing you learned in the Christian church.
Right. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Y'all notice that the Bible keeps talking to the children of Israel. It's not talking to the Egyptians, not talking to the Moabites, not talking to the Edomites. It's always talking to the Israelites because that's all God dealt with. Contrary to the Christian belief. Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
So God don't call them holidays, he called them feast days, high holy days. Read.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feast. 6 days shall thy work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of rest.
So which holiday is that? The Sabbath day, right? You familiar with the Sabbath day? Okay, the Sabbath day is today. You understand that? Okay, many people celebrate the Sabbath day or so-called Sabbath day on Sunday. That's not according to the Bible. The Sabbath day is the 7th day of the week. If you look on any calendar, when you get home, look at your calendar, the 7th day of the week is Saturday. It's the day where you're supposed to be honoring the Most High God. Read.
6 days shall the work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation. You shall do.
So it says a holy convocation. What does that word convocation mean? Who?
Say that again.
A holy convocation. What does that word mean?
Somewhere where you want to part of the body of people.
You're right, you're gathered together. Right. So that means that you're supposed to be gathering on God's Sabbath day. That's why I asked y'all what y'all doing at 3 o'clock today, because we're going to have a holy convocation today. Right. All right, read.
An holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Right. These are the feast of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Have y'all ever heard of the Passover? You ever heard of the Passover? What is the Passover?
Celebrate like Easter and death.
Easter is not of the Most High God. You understand it, right? Okay, what is the Passover? Okay, it's a holiday where we celebrated God passing over our house and killing the firstborn of the Egyptians. Right. When we was in slavery in Egypt, they told us to put the blood of lambs over our doorposts, and God sent an angel, a death angel, to kill the firstborn in every house. He passed over our house because we put the blood of the lamb on the door. Right. So we celebrate that every year for our exodus out of Egypt. Right. It's called the Passover. So that's what God told us to celebrate every year, to thank him for saving us out of slavery. Right. Read it again.
And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
So it's also a feast called a Feast of Unleavened Bread, for which you're not supposed to be eating leaven, like, you know, leavening agents, like that's in bread that makes it rise. We're not supposed to eat leaven for 7 days. So that's the Feast of Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Go to the next one.
Verse 15. Verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpet.
So we're just going through something that we know y'all are not familiar with. But if you really want to learn the high holy days, what should you do? Sirach chapter 37, verse 12. What should you do? Say it again. But y'all some smart people. We got some scholars out here. Read that.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
That's the easy way to find out the high holy days. We practice them every time they come around. we make sure that we're, do you supposed to be celebrating birthdays?
Christ's birthday.
Huh?
Christ's birthday.
Oh, you want to go? Christ's birthday. You asked about Christ's birthday, right? All right, give me that in Luke chapter 2, verse 40. We're going to see around what time was Christ born. Was Christ born in the middle of the winter while it was real, real cold outside? Let's see.
Luke chapter 2 and verse 40. And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old.
So every year when his birthday was around, they went to Passover. Christ was born around the time of Passover. When did it say Passover was? Huh? Around the springtime. It was around the first month of the year. And I know you know that January is not the first month according to the Bible, right? Give me Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. I'm going to show you the people in time, so we'll always be in sin. Y'all think God started the brand new year off with winter? In the middle of winter, not even the beginning of winter. Read that.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Who speaks great words against the Most High? Who do y'all know that talks bad about the Most High? Who's basically degrading the Most High in every way you could think of? Who are the heathens that doing it? If Jesus Christ was a black man and the Most High God chose Israel, but you tell the Israelites this is Jesus Christ right here, and God looked like them, is that not degrading? Is that not going against what God said? You think that's Jesus right there, sis? Okay, that's going and speaking words against the Most High in itself. Read.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
To tell us that the Jews are those people that's sitting over there in Israel right now. Even though we're sitting here going through slavery as we speak. That's speaking words against the Most High because the Most High chose us, no matter what they say. Read.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
We are the saints according to the Bible. He says he's going to wear us out. We're being wore out as we speak.
And think to change times and laws.
So the Bible says he's going to think to do what?
Change times and laws.
The Bible says he was going to think to change times and laws. That's why the beginning of the year is January 1st, which is in the middle of the winter. That's not according to the Bible, sis.
Hey, officer is in the spirit. Give me Luke 2 again. All right, just to show you how foolish they are for saying that Christ, what do you say, is born December 25th? All right, watch this. So you understand that Passover falls around what time? So springtime. What about you? Do you understand that? Springtime? All right, watch this. Give me Luke chapter 2. Let me look at it. The beginning of Luke, please. Verse 4. Watch this. Luke chapter 2, verse 4.
Luke chapter 2 and verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth.
All right, so Joseph, who is Joseph? Who is Joseph? Say it, I can't hear you. Who is he? Joseph. Jesus' father, yes. Joseph is Jesus' father. Read.
And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem.
Come on.
Because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife.
All right, so him and Mary, his espoused wife, all right, they got up and now they were on a journey. All right, watch this.
Being great with child.
She was pregnant with Christ, read.
And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes.
Read.
And laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
All right, it says she laid him in a manger because there was no room for him in the inn. I-N-N. What is an inn? There was no room for them in the inn. So, what is an inn? I-N-N. What is that? Like a motel. Like a motel. That's exactly right. Because they were on their way, Deuteronomy 16:16. They were on their way to keep what? They were traveling. If you have to stay in the inn, that normally means you're not at home, right? That means you're traveling. Where were they traveling to? What do you think?
Passover?
To the Passover. That's exactly right, sis. Watch this. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread.
And the feast of unleavened bread, which is, what is that? Luke 17:1?
Bring it out.
22? 22:1. I'm sorry, read that.
Luke chapter 22 and verse 1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover.
Which is called the Passover. So it showed that they had to do what? They had to go meet to do what? To keep the Passover. All right, and on their way, they were looking for an inn or a motel, like you said, but there was no room. So where'd she have to put Christ? She had to put him in a what? And a manger. Is a manger inside or outside? Outside. So if he was born December 25th in the bitter cold in Israel, would he have survived? Of course not. Of course not. Showing you what? The Passover falls in the springtime. That's when he was born, okay? That was her firstborn child, all right?
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. And our children too. We have abandoned. How are you? People want to know who's the king.
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.